at the District 6 Museum celebrating the release of our newest publication titled Healing Our Communities, A Delft Story. This book documents the stories of several women who live in the area of Cape Town called Delft. These women bear it all in this publication and are now reaping the healing benefits that come from sharing and being heard.
It would be easy to take a community like Delft and so many other communities across the Western Cape, across the country, and we could sit here and we could say, these are the problems. Drugs, alcohol, violence, domestic violence, gang violence, things that are wrong in our communities. And it's not that those things are not true, they are true. Those are the realities. And of course, poverty, unemployment, and what could go on with this. All those things are true. But that's not the whole story. That's not the whole story. There are people in each of these communities who are making a contribution to make their communities homes for all, making them to be places where beautiful things happen, where people are taking the future into their own hands and saying, we are going to build a better community. When we die, our children will grow up in communities that are better places because of what we have done, because of the contribution that we have made. Success has many parents, and failure is an orphan. So we're giving birth to a baby today, these books, and there are many parents. But sometimes when books are written about people in communities, the people who are given the pride of place are the authors and those who wrote about them, but not the actual people whose stories are the centerpiece of this book. So we didn't want to make this mistake today. And so we want the main focus to honor each of the mothers who appear. The title that was chosen for the chapter about Noreen is Her Word Noreen, not just for myself, but for the world. What did you mean?
Noreen is when my mother gave me away, and she didn't gave me away just not to look after me or take care of me, but she gave me away to people. And because why I was an orphan staying from this home to the next home. And I believe that God has a purpose for me. And it's like, I must go out here. She didn't keep me for herself, but she gave me to the world.
What is the turning point? Because each of the mothers in these stories have had a lot of horrible, painful things happen to them. Things that were wrong, things that should never have happened. Was there a particular point when you began to say, hey, I need to travel in a new direction, or I'm messed up and I need to find a way of healing? Was there some turning point or several turning points?
Yes, in my life, when I was working for SARC ICSW, and I've got God in my life.
So your faith
yes,
is a big part of the picture.
Yes, it's a big part of me. So thank to God and for the support of SARC for Tunita. And then I went to the workshop for healing of memories for the first time. So there is a lot of support. People talk to me, people can cry with me, people can hold me and just be there for me, not judging me. So
already you're saying a mouthful. That there were other people there
yes,
who supported you, listened to you, and you were not just alone.
No.
So it also says, often to heal, it's not just by myself.
Yes.
It's with other people
yes,
as well.
Releasing my anger, I was hurt inside, and then I just cried, and then releasing my anger. The hatred I got for the people I hated, and that's what
you use release. So you were getting something
out of my chest. Yes, I did.
tells us that healing is not, it's not like instant coffee.
Yes.
You take a step, but it's not the end of the road.
Yes.
There are still many other. What's the next step you'd love to take? Is there one step you say, I'm struggling, or should I ask a different way? What are you still struggling with?
I think it's the same thing. Like, I'm much better now, but I got that anger, but I'm much better now. I can control it. Before, I wouldn't control my anger. Immediately I act.
The anger
but now I
controlled
can.
you. No?
Yes.
Before, the anger controlled you.
Yes, but
now
now
you
I
control
can
the
control
anger.
the anger. Yes.
So that also says that you're in charge of your life.
Yes, I am.
For your community. And in a way, Mama, you've already told us, for you, it's about community where everybody stands up for their rights.
Because nowadays we cannot rely on police assistance only. We as a community must stand up to this violence and drugs and the selling of drugs.
So sometimes the people can't get the help that they really need. And sometimes people would say they need to go and get help themselves. It doesn't work like that. Because for me, I don't think they are able to help themselves. You see, and that's why we need one another to actually assist them by helping them. You know.
We need one another.
Exactly.
It's not alone. So the issue of community support.
Yes.
And I suppose it also means looking the truth in the face of what actually happens. Let's not pretend that these things don't happen. We need to face it and then say, how do we support each other? And out of your pain can come a work of healing for others.
I'm immensely proud of all the ladies that's here that has worked very hard every day, facing violence and sometimes rough weather, but they journeyed on, and we are feeling very privileged to be in the community of Delft to help them with their journey and also to complete them. Thank you very much. We are very proud.
Of healing of memories, and I see the people of Delft, and I see two mummies that I work with on a workshop. And when I look at you, I feel very proud. And I'm very proud to be part of your life. Because you made me without you knowing. Because this is a journey, like we always say, it's one step. And when I look at the two of you, and all the others that I know that was there, I'm very proud of you. I'm very proud to be here today because of you.
And I just want to say I feel not just proud of you, but I feel deeply humbled by you and your courage and your faith. And I want to say thank you.
It's very heartwarming to see or work with people in sensitive ways, but also respect people and their stories. Because often you find when organizations deal with stories like these that are very sensitive, I always find that the stories almost get stolen and people's soul gets sucked out. So I just want to give a big shout out to Institute of Healing of Memories and Sakasizwe for working with people in such great respectful ways. It's wonderful.